This is all Yahweh wanted, man. For us to walk in his ways, man. Because we are supposed to be a people like unto himself. Like unto themselves, man. A righteous people, knowing both righteousness, both the right hands and the left hand, man. To be how he says, ye are gods, man. Ye are gods. We're supposed to be gods upon earth. All the Israelites, so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. We are supposed to be gods on earth. This is why he sent his son, so he may be that, as it says in Isaiah, the 53rd chapter, he's supposed to be that son that is going to give us that law, that governor, that king, man. He's that king that is supposed to bring that.
Deuteronomy chapter 10, verse 12. And now Israel, what does the Lord thy power require of thee?
What does he require of you? The Israelites, so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans.
But to fear the Lord thy power, to walk in all his ways, and to love him, and to serve the Lord thy power with all thy heart, and with all thy soul. To keep the commandments of the Lord and his statutes, which I command thee this day for thy good. Behold, the heavens of the heavens of the heavens is thy Lord's, and thy power. The earth also.
The earth also is the Heavenly Father's, man.
With all that therein is. Only the Lord hath delight thy fathers to love them, and he chose their seed after them, even you above all people, as it is this day.
Dude, that brings me to something. You know how people don't like freeloaders in their house? Nobody likes freeloaders. Someone that doesn't respect the rules of the house. Nobody that's somebody that doesn't respect the rules of the house. That's somebody that doesn't do anything in the house. That person that always gives you the lip in the house. And they're a freeloader. Children are not, you know, especially random people. Alright? If they're in the house and not respecting you, no nothing, you don't belong there, man. You don't belong there. Get the hell out. It's the same thing with the scriptures, man. The heavens of heavens is the heavenly Father's, man. And the earth also, and everything therein. If you don't respect his law, statutes, and commandments, and you don't love him, you don't belong here. You don't belong here. It's like that.
Even Israel belongs to the Lord.
Yeah.
You know, the Lord can do what he will with Israel.
as I mentioned before, I guess Yahusha, you know, we're supposed to walk like Yahusha did, man. Every man in the street was supposed to bear their own cross. And like, let me just read this. This is 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 1. It says, for as much then as the Mashiach has suffered for us in the flesh, arm yourself likewise with the same mind, for he has suffered in the flesh. He that has suffered in the flesh has ceased from sin, that he no longer should live the rest of his time in the flesh, the lust of man, but in the will of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. For the time past of our lives must suffice us to have wrought the will of the Gentiles, when we have walked in the lasciviousness, lust, excess of wine, reveling, banqueting, and the abominable adultery, idolatry. So like, let me get a. So, this is Hebrews chapter 12, verse. Looking unto Yahushua, the author and the finisher of our faith, who for the joy was set before him that endured the cross, despising the shame, and is set down in the right hand of the throne of Yahweh. For consider him that endured such contradiction of sinners against himself, lest ye be wearied and faint in your minds. Ye have not resisted unto blood, striving against sin. And ye have forgotten the exhortation which speaketh unto you as unto children. My son, despise not thou the chastising of Yahweh, nor faint when thou art rebuked up. For whom Yahweh loveth, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua loveth, he chastises and scourges every son whom he receiveth. In another way is him to do it through the prophets too. The him to do it through his men. The true men that are teaching the truth, the 100% truth, the raw truth and the actual love towards the other argue. You other men of different doctrines, you gotta see that. Because if you weren't loved, you wouldn't be rebuked. Alright? You wouldn't be rebuked if you weren't loved. But since you're loved, you're going to be rebuked and reproved. You gotta see that. You don't faint at it, and don't be angry, don't be anything like that. You gotta see it. You gotta think spiritually, man. You gotta think spiritually. If you weren't reproved or rebuked, then you're not loved. But since you are, then you are loved. For whom Yahweh Bashem Yahushua loveth, chastises, and scourges every son whom he receiveth. If ye endure chastising, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua dealeth with you as with sons. Yahweh dealeth with you as sons. For what son is he that who the Father chastises not? But if ye be without chastisement, whereof all are partakers, then ye are bastards and not sons. Furthermore, we had fathers of our flesh, which corrected us, and we gave them reverence. Shall we not Shall we not rather be in subjection unto the Father of spirits and live? So that goes hand in hand. Because if you want love, you wouldn't be rebuked, you wouldn't be reproved, no nothing, man. And Yahweh Shem Yahushua is the same way. Because he rebukes us, he reproves us, and he chastises us through the actions. Alright? Through his actions, through his word. Because we're gonna go through bad times, man. We're gonna be hated from many men, by many men. We're gonna be of all sorts of men. Because as I said before, the names that we're bringing out, Yahweh Yahushua, which is Yahweh, which is what this word is because God in the Hebrew tongue. And Bashim means in the name of Yahushua, which is word is because Jesus in the Hebrew tongue. We're bringing out those names, and we're already automatically hated by this world, man. Because we are telling these people that those are the only names that you could be saved by, and we are telling these people that Yahushua, what this world calls Jesus, has only come and is only coming to save the Israelites, the so-called Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, which are the true biblical Israelites according to the scriptures, man. And just want to mention again, the people in our land, those are not Israelites, man. Those are not Israelites. Now, according to the scriptures, the Lord set up these wicked people in our land, man. Which is Esau, Edom, the tribe of Amalek, which is the so-called white man. Now, it's like somebody was listening. I had to mention that sticker.
John is very, very emotional.
So yeah, a lot of men are gonna hate us for what we say, man. A lot of men is gonna hate us because it's what this world pushes. What this world pushes is love and unity and all of this. And we could just go back to that doctrine now because I had to start like that because somebody was listening. For them to learn the basics, so I had to start like that. Now, okay, so back to that. These men that have come up with different doctrines of all sorts. Like IUIC, for example, man. That in itself is already unity. Because they're trying to even save the 2/3. You can't save the 2/3. It's pre-written that they're going to die. Alright? Only the 1/3 that's going to be saved. And that's one of the things that GMS does push out. And they're hated for it. For many different doctrines again. Now we're saying that another thing that IUIC declines about. We're teaching the names of the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, which are the only names that we can be saved by, as it says in John the 17th chapter. Alright? And the only names that we can remember ourselves, if we remember ourselves as Israelites, we have to know that we had a power. And his name isn't God, man. His name isn't God. His name isn't Jesus. Alright? His name isn't any of that. For you Trinity doctrines out there, man. There is no Trinity, man. Just want to mention that as well. Now, the more that's into the prophecy, the more that it reveals the true men. Because we're going to be hated, man. We're all going to be hated. Alright? We are going to be hated by many men. And now we're being hated again. Because we're saying that we're not supposed to have a place of our own or anything like that. We're not supposed to have some, quote, how they say, third temple. Now, that was going off, man. But, yeah, that's another subject. Now, we're not supposed to be dwelling here in this place, man. We're supposed to be in this place as if we're supposed to live here as if we don't actually live here. That we're waiting for us to be taken home. Alright? Exactly, yeah. The more we're hated, the more that we're doing something right. Because everything that is right is adverse to this world, man. That is adverse to the carnal thoughts of men. Because spirituality is higher. It's above. Now it's seen as strange. And what's seen as strange is hated. They don't like something that is strange. Something that is new. Anything of the sorts, man.
Eventually they're gonna be afraid.
Yeah.
Like you know how it's like afraid of the unknown.
Afraid of the unknown. Because when the Heavenly Father through His Son, you know, when Yahushua cracks those clouds, comes down with the thousands of heavens, they aren't going to be afraid. Because the power is unknown. The power is great. The power is terrifying. Alright? It is terrifying. Now you men out there, this is not no fan club, man. This is not a fan club. This is not no movie, no nothing. You don't see us holding up a sign saying the end is nigh, man. Now Edom makes movies like that to make jokes on the prophets, man. Show us as hobos, stuff like that. Men that's warning before the time comes. Where are those men? Because you don't see us looking like hobos, man. As some doctors say that we're hobo Israelites. Or anything like that. You know, I'm glad like that, man. Because it's not an insult yet. Because our treasure is in heaven, man. Our mind is in heaven, man.
The series X-Files. By the end of the intro, it says the truth is out there. You know what? It's right here.
Truth is right here. Yeah. Truth is right here. That's the sense of Proverbs. The wisdom rides without in the streets. And people expect loud even down there. Look, there's always an ambulance. Wherever we do camp, there's always an ambulance. You notice that? Even Akim, I know a lot of Akim out there have the same problem. Every time you do camp or anything, anywhere, there's always an ambulance or a police car, at least one.
Or a motorcycle.
Or a motorcycle or a loud music or anything, man. It's these demons. Now, what's it gonna say? Yo, that's what it's like in the water. A lot of these people in this world, they expect that the truth and the wisdom, stuff like that, is going to come on some white horse, some golden horse, looking all fancy, on a tie or whatever, wearing a golden suit or silver suit, going, "Come, my children, type of thing, you know."
They look for something very attractive.
Very attractive, very pleasing to the ear, things like that. But truth has never ever been so pleasant. If you go over and you tell somebody the truth, they don't want to hear the shit, man. They want to say nah, that can't be true. Anything like that, or like some ugly person that coming over and you tell them that they're ugly, and they're like, "Why are people looking at me?" Well, that's because you're ugly. And you tell them that, and they're gonna be, well, it's true. It's true. It hurts, man. But truth hurts. Truth hurts. The truth and wisdom, all of that, won't come on some fancy horse, man. This is why Yahushua say he's coming on a donkey, because he knew what state he's in. But he's coming back. He's coming on a white horse, man. White horse means white means pure. Horse means power. Pure power. This time he's coming back and he's got vengeance in his heart. Vengeance in his heart, man. He's got vengeance in his heart. This is not no game. Wisdom cries to it out in the streets. The prophets are out. The prophets are out. Now, as it says in John, John chapter 3, verse 17 or 18. Light's in the world, and men love darkness rather than light. we're gonna close up for this week. I want to give all praises.
I want to give all praises,
honor, glory to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahshua, Hashem, Kakarash. And once again, I want to give double honors to Pastor Elders of Great Millstone that look after our souls. You know, and Shalom, and Yahweh Hashem, Yahshua, Barakatam to all you Akim out there, teaching the truth and sincerity and showing the love to the Akim, man. To the Akim, whether they be of the faith or not, man. Showing them the love and persuading them through the fear of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man. Because this love is tough love, man. It is tough love. If you don't want a man to go off if you don't want a man to go off and kill himself, you're gonna stop that man by saving his life.
You know what? Hold that. Whether they like it or not, they're gonna look at us like just kicking them off or whatever. You know what? That's mean love. Too bad you feel that way. You know, it's not about feeling.
Yeah, it's too bad. Yeah, because we're not looking after your feelings, man. We're not no Christian doctrine or anything like that.
That one blinking light in the clouds is not moving from that spot at all. It's not moving at all. It's just blinking.
It might be coming towards us.
Sure, because look how that blinks.
It's not coming towards us.
It's dimming. Oh wait, never mind.
And yeah, so once again, Shalom. And the water to all you Akim that are teaching the truth and sincerity, man.
It's gone.
Whether yeah, I don't know. It's gone.
It just disappeared.
It's probably a cherry, man.
I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is.
Me either.
Something just did a little light right there.
Yeah, that's what I said. You know, like, it's like
If it's a cherry, call Allah Yahweh Hashem Yahushua.
The camera can see it.
Huh?
The camera can see it.
Alright. Like
It's just a tiny dot all the way down there.
Yeah, there's a tiny dot.
Isn't that it right there? No, not that.
No, not that one.
is the video done?
Gabe, you're in the way.
Is the video done?
I know, sorry.
Well, the video's still rolling?
That.
Huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright.
yeah. Alright, once again, Shalom.